Hi everyone, this is part 2 of our conversation about how to become a virtual professional. So obviously, we're in different clothes. It's sunny outside. It's no longer raining because we're recording this on different location. Location last time was there in the back. And this is a different day because hindi ko na-save yung video ng last. This is part 2. And today we're going to talk about tips on how to become a virtual professional or a freelancer. Recap muna bago tayo mag-move dito sa tips natin. So last time we talked about how to know if freelancing is for you. So we talked about the importance of proactiveness, entrepreneurial thinking, having the hunger for learning. What else did we talk about?
Yan lang. 3 points.
Yan lang ba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yun. Hopefully that added value to you. And so today we're going to talk about the tips naman on how to become a freelancer if you really believe that this is the path for you. There are a lot of tips out there. There's a lot of things that you can do to get clients, to grow in this area. Pero what we want to give you is the top 3 tips. Hopefully
how to get clients.
On how to get clients, how to start off. I think it's really more for
how to jumpstart your freelancing career.
Yeah, if you want to start off. And so we want to really give you those tips as well.
So, I was a corporate junkie. No, I was working in a corporate before, and then 2016 I jumpstart my freelancing career because he convinced me that I am built for freelancing.
Sino?
You.
Okay.
So, anyway, to cut this long story short, so we have a friend. So he referred me to my first client. My first client was a video production company based in Australia. So it was a startup also. And then me, as a newbie, I really don't have any knowledge kung ano yung gagawin ko. Basically, si startup and me, we were both learning together. So one of my basic roles was to handle the email of the client and the social media. But I was with the company for, I think, a long time. And then, right now, client namin siya. So,
yeah. Until today.
Ilang years na ba? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. Really, I think what we want to really teach you is how to look for long-term clients.
Yeah.
Kasi, when you say freelancing, usually pa-project yan eh. Pero
that's why
mahirap.
freelance.
Yeah, mahirap kasi yung pa-project because every time you finish one project, you're back to square one.
Yeah.
And you're always going to have to sell your services and look for more clients. Pero what we want to teach you is how to look for long-term clients. So sige, wag na patagalin. Let's talk about the 3 tips on how to get clients if you want to be a freelancer. So tip number 1 is to build a network of freelancers.
Well, I'm a living testimony of that. Kasi because of our friends who are freelancers also, I got my first client.
I think also it's because
Network.
Yung maganda kasi sa freelance, I mean, you have to look for a freelance community that's collaborative and supportive.
Correct.
If you're in any other business, not all, pero most businesses kasi you're in competition with one another. In freelancing, there is competition, yes, but not as much. Kasi nagtutulungan, and then like for us, for instance, when we built our own our network of freelancers, then it became a mutual relationship, diba? Web designer, so you network with a web developer. Like for me, for instance, one of the ways that really helped me in the beginning was I networked with web developers because I was a web designer. And so if you're a web designer, not all web developers are good designers, and obviously I can code a little bit, pero parang medyo ambisyoso lang, so hindi talaga magaling. So
drag and drop. I
mean, that's pretty much my cup of tea. And so you have to find those freelancers who will build a long-term mutual relationship with you.
Yeah. Those are struggle before. Like,
right.
It's so hard to look for someone collaborative.
Oo, yeah. Kasi, well, truth of the matter is not all freelancers are like that.
May problem sa commitment.
Yeah, commitment, and then minsan napapahiya ka rin kasi you work on a project together.
Yeah, yung quality of work.
Yeah, so it's a little bit hit and miss, and if that happens to you, then welcome to the club. It happens to everyone. Sometimes it's not even competence problems. Minsan hindi lang kayo talaga nagja-jive.
Yeah, chemistry.
Yeah, but when you do find the ones that you jive with, grabe, as in it will
stick with them.
Yeah, stick with them, build a long-term relationship, help each other out. Like many of these freelancers that we worked with for a long time, they're good friends of ours, and many of them started as friends. Pero some of them also just
Now they're
became
partners.
Yeah. So I think that's the first thing. You need to have a good, supportive network of freelancers. And when you do find that network of freelancers, ito very important. Don't be a leech.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
May project ka dyan.
Oh, may project
Meron ka
ka
ba
ba?
dyan?
You also have to add value din to others. I think that's yung medyo gasgas niya na term add value. Kahit saan, social media. But in business, it's very true You have to provide value to people. And when you do, it will really help you build strong partnerships with freelancers who will be there with you.
Yeah, potential clients also.
Potential clients.
I mean, their clients will be your clients.
Yeah. How do you find that network?
We joined several Facebook groups. Ano
Yeah.
pa ba? Yeah. Online events.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Well,
Normally, ano talaga?
even offline events din. I remember before na we used to go to these offline events in Iloilo where we would meet other freelancers.
Pero some freelancers, especially videographers, I met them through the Facebook groups. Sa ngayon, may Clubhouse. That's also a nice Yeah,
place.
Clubhouse, oo.
Yeah, dami.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is also a good place. I mean, practically anywhere.
Yep.
So, what you're looking for really is professionals who can not just guide you, not just give you clients, pero who you can also help out as well. That's the beauty of a mutual relationship.
Tsaka someone that you can outsource. Like for example,
Yeah.
yun nga, you mentioned that you were a graphic designer and then sometimes you have to build websites. So you're looking for developers,
admins, SEO.
Yeah.
So look for those people, and then basically you'll be businesses side by side that help
I mean,
each
you can
other
tap
out.
someone if you need, this graphic design. So you have a graphic designer friend.
Secondly, what's the second one?
To join job sites and agencies.
Join freelancer job sites and
Yes.
agencies.
As I mentioned earlier, yun nga, Facebook groups talaga will help. There are a lot of Facebook groups na hiring.
Outsourcing agencies. That was something that we discovered through Facebook groups. Then we decided it's a different monster in its own because it's provided so much opportunity for us and the people we've helped. Shout out to Outsourcing Angel. Tag natin si Outsourcing Angel, si Miss Lynn. Hi, Miss Lynn.
Hi, Miss Lynn.
Sorry for talking in Tagalog. I'm sure that you understand some of it already. Outsourcing Angel was the first agency that we worked with.
Yeah.
And
First? No.
First, hindi ba?
For me, hindi.
Hindi, for you.
For you first.
Sige, you share the story later. Pero with Outsourcing Angel, they provided a lot of clients for us.
Mapaisip
And until today, we serve them. Currently, I work with Outsourcing Angels even directly. And we also referred so many friends then to Outsourcing Angel that right now work with the company. And
yeah, my friends. Hi, my angel friends.
Angel Nation.
Angel Nation.
So, agencies kasi how that works is there are these are online companies usually in places like Australia, the US, or minsan dito din sa Philippines that will look for clients for you. They will connect you.
Yeah.
And then so some of them will act as your HR na rin. So they will
they do act as HR.
In some cases, they will take care of your payroll so to make sure that you get paid on time. So kahit nalilate yung payment ng client, you don't get affected. So that's another beauty of working in an outsourcing company. There are some naman that are like headhunters, which I think that was your first experience.
That was the first. It was virtual staff finders. So I think they have connected me to a few clients, and it lasted for years din, no? Mga 2 years, 3 years. And then after that, I transitioned to Outsourcing Angel.
Of course, there are the other sites like Upwork, Freelancer. Those are also good sites. They have their own pros and cons. So, I mean, you can do your research. I'm sure there's a lot of other articles and videos out there that can teach you about those websites. Pero we wanted to teach you as well about the Facebook groups. Sobrang dami talaga. I mean,
yes,
you can just search virtual assistant jobs.
Philippines
Philippine virtual assistant networks, creative networks, freelance writers. I mean, you can even search for specific niches talaga if you want to focus on a certain niche, like for video editors.
Yeah, they have.
Merong ganon.
SEO,
graphic designers.
Nag-join tayo dyan kahit hindi naman tayo.
Kasi minsan nagpo-post din sila ng ibang jobs. So, there's a lot basically. And so when you apply for these jobs, another tip that we want to give you is apply for as many as you can.
Kalat mong resume mo.
Oo, kalat mo kasi some would tell us na I'm so discouraged. I applied for so many jobs and then none of them responded. So we asked them, how many do you apply for? 2, 3, 4. Minsan
20, konti pa nga eh.
because the thing is, when you're applying for these jobs, you're up against so much competition because you're applying with against the world. I mean, you're applying against people from
India,
from
Brazil.
Africa, even from the United States,
Brazil.
So there's a lot of work competition out there. So you really have to apply for as many as you can, because when you just apply for a few, it's a very, very small chance that they will get back to you. And then the third one is what's the third one?
Create a good portfolio.
Portfolios are so important in online jobs, even more than diplomas. Why? Because when you're working with people, especially from other countries, sa ibang bansa kasi,
They don't look at the diploma. Like for example, in Australia, even if you are a college graduate here in the Philippines, hindi siya as same as the uni graduate nila dun.
Right. And even in the United States, college is good. It's a plus for many jobs. Pero hindi siya as required as the Philippines. Like in the Philippines, if you're applying for a job, you don't have a college degree, there's a very small chance you get hired. Pero in the US kasi hindi ganun eh.
Portfolio talaga, especially in freelance. Like for example, if you're applying for video editor or graphic designer, they will really look at the portfolio rather than the college diploma.
Right.
Because they want the skills.
Yeah, and they want the results.
Yeah.
They're paying for results. Output at the end of the day. They're really driven by what can you bring to the company.
I remember when we were hiring video editors for this startup company before, because I was a project manager and I hired video editors here in the Philippines. So when we look at the application, we don't look at actually the schools or the diploma.
No.
Yeah, so we look
I don't even remember where.
Yeah, exactly. All I remember was hinahanap namin yung, what do you call that? The one that they submit?
The showreel.
Yeah.
Showreel.
Yun.
If you're a video editor, showreel is important. If you're a graphic designer, then you go to a website like Behance, upload your best work. If you're a writer, you have to have a blog. If you're an kung medyo admin, that's a bit tricky, pero I guess number one is your CV, your resume, what companies have you worked for in the past. The most important part of your portfolio is not what you know, it's who you know. Because when I also hire people, right now, especially in virtual work setup, culture is important eh. And so, ako as an online recruiter, I don't just hire for skill, I also hire for cultural fit. Kasi I've had so many instances in the past where, like, I remember just one time, I hired a really skilled marketing professional, but sobrang bastos. And so, if you apply for jobs now online, they will actually do a character reference. And they will actually contact they will email, like, it's becoming a best practice already when you hire.
I think before
someone.
it was a best practice na.
It was, yeah.
Right now,
even more now. You also have to put the best references that you have. Whether, if you're in school, then if you had your advisors, that's, good reference to have. Colleagues that you work with, bosses.
Ex-bosses.
Ex-bosses. Even non-online related jobs that you had before, that's completely fine then.
Yeah, I remember there was a client before that they had to call one of my clients to check if I really work with them.
And I do that too. Every time I hire someone, I don't call them, pero I send an email or
just
confirm. Another thing, I also check their Facebook accounts.
Yes, or actually now with Google, you can check if they were affiliated with this company.
Yep. So it's very important for you to not just put what you know, but also who you know. So those are the three tips that we want to give. Hopefully, if you can just apply one or two of them, sobrang laking tulong niyan. I mean, it's worked for us.
It worked with our friends also, na mga natulungan natin.
Yeah, it worked with a lot of our friends, and hopefully it works for you as well. So try it out. Just focus on one or two probably this week, and let's see if it brings results. I hope that this has helped you. And if it has, then what should they do?
And subscribe.
You can subscribe to this channel so that you'll know if we have other videos related to work, related to marriage, related to plants.
Or if you suggest other topics for next
feel free
time.
to suggest topics. Wag lang shopping, please.
Don't do that.
Ses Mabilog will probably be with us for another 20 videos, hopefully. And we'll see you next time. See you.